Hello and welcome back. We are here for the our matchup against Southern Alberta Institute of Technology, the Trojans.
Yeah.
And honestly, this is going to be a rather intense matchup. Earlier, we were talking about how we went up against an SAIT team before.
Yeah. It was their other Smash team.
Yeah, it was their other Smash team, but this
Yeah.
one's supposed to be their better team, which is a little intimidating. But you know what? Another Palatina.
Yeah. It's good that we warmed up against a Palatina at Rigby.
Right?
We have Asda on the stage against a Trojan Palatina here. I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to turn out.
I know we're gonna see a very different skill set.
Especially since you have to take into account that this Southern Alberta team anyway has gone undefeated, as have we. So this fight will be our two teams fighting for first place seed.
Yeah.
And it seems like right now Asda's getting kind of bodied.
So,
Up in 78, doing some okay damage on Palatina here. But the damage war is still very much in Palatina's favor. Asda's doing their best to try and close that gap. But Palatina, from what they have been able to do, has gotten some good hits on Asda there. Just some aggression that he wasn't really ready for. So they're trying to make their comeback, in a sense, coming back onto the stage, trying to do some additional damage. Palatina getting them up to 113, meanwhile playing at 55%, now 63. Oh, and
he just needs to land those hits, and he makes significant damage on Palatina, taking away the first stock of the match. Honestly, at 128%, just taking it off when I think Palatina was, in the 90s.
They were at 60.
Whoa.
And then they got hit by a charge B, which brought them up to like 90 something and then took them out.
Yikes.
So Asda's very good at timing those charge attacks really well. We've seen him take off quite a few stocks like that in previous fights. But Palatina is able to find the extra oomph that they need to take out another stock or to take out a stock on Asda, leaving the score even for the meantime. It's 2 stocks across the board. But Asda is definitely winning that damage war here. Just continuing to go out on Palu, finally finding the kind of facing and rhythm that they need for this fight to bring things in their favor.
If he could get some more juggling in there, it'd be really in his favor.
Palu is up at 97. Meanwhile, Asda is only at 21. So as we can see with this stock fight, they're definitely doing a bit better than before. Kind of upping their defense and upping how fast they're going in to take fights. Some of these engages aren't happening very well in Asda's favor here, but it's still pretty okay. I'm able to find a teleport, take one off of Palu, and bring the score up into the Vandal's favor once more.
I can't help but to compare against Rigby, and I gotta say, so far, I think Rigby has a better Palatina.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
Like, just utilization of skills.
But if any Southern Alberta students are watching, I don't want to admit that a high school has a better player than a
Hey, honestly.
But it is what it is. Age is not what makes the player, but the experience. And if you don't got that experience, you aren't going to win these fights, or you aren't going to be able to do as much damage as you could have if you had more experience. And that's exactly what we're seeing with this fight here. Asda is getting Palatina up into 89%, playing with a pretty big damage gap. Playing with a good charge attack, trying to see if they can get Palatina off the ledge once more. The only difference between this Palatina and the other Palatina back at Rigby is that this one isn't constantly self-destructing. So,
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But that could be like getting familiar with the recovery times.
That is true.
Or the teleportation distance. Because that's what's mostly been saving this Palatina is that teleportation. But as we can see, with 141% damage on Palatina, it's really close getting up that
Oh,
Crimson.
yeah.
Wow.
Finally taking off that final stock, leaving the score in the Vandals' favor. I'm pretty sure we
10-9.
still had 2 stocks.
No, we had one.
We had 1?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
10-9.
I can't see. I can't see.
I can barely see it because the camera's actually pushed back. So even if I tilt like this,
It's
I
really
can't really
annoying to try and look past the camera and look for it.
I just remember seeing the thing twice for Meta Knight.
That's fair, yeah. So yeah, the score is now 10-9 in the Vandals' favor. The Trojans so far already have been able to put up a really good fight against us, which is either a little concerning for us or maybe a little exciting for. I mean, it's a little exciting for me personally. You know, I'm excited to see some tougher opponents, some tougher challenges, and not just a complete
Wipeout?
sweep. Yeah.
Yeah, so I agree with that. I'm kind of going to take Summer's approach to this and be like, if we see a challenge, it's a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. We're
that's what we're
here
saying.
for something a lot more entertaining. We actually have even skill sets among our competitors here, and
A sweep feels good, but it's not nearly as entertaining as a tough fight.
and it's not really like a sweep isn't as earned of a win, in my opinion. Given that challenge, you're working for that win.
But I feel like it's definitely like one that's earned because
Well, I mean, it's earned because you still played it.
and you developed that skill set to get that good.
That's true.
So
Yeah,
I feel like it's still earned. It's just not nearly as entertaining.
that's fair. Yeah. But eventually we will be moving on to the Trojans' next competitor, which we
We
don't
don't know anything about
who
them.
that is yet. We have no idea.
No, because on their Twitch they stream League and I believe Rocket League, I think. And nothing else. So that's pretty great. We have no information to provide you, no background info. I can't brag about their students, but I can brag about our Vandals. Asda is a very impressive player. Honestly, even with 1 stock, I think he could at least take 2 more. Could we shoot for 2?
Maybe. I'm shooting for 1. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to keep things calm here. And as we see, we're
hero.
going up against a hero player. I think I've only seen 1 hero player, like, ever, and it was during stock trade.
Yeah, stock trade was awesome.
So
Exhausting, but awesome.
this is a new experience, I'm pretty sure. One of the first hero players that we've seen in the league. So I'm kind of curious to see what we're about to go against. As is already going around looking for a fight. Hero is able to take off the first hit, but Azza is, still looking for some opportunities to shine, and they're finding that here, getting a few good hits on Hero here. Oh yeah.
Lightning.
We're seeing Hero be a very heavy hitter. I'm not exactly too sure about their play style or how they work, but
To be honest, this might be a little bit of my bias, but Hero feels just like a cheap soda.
Damn, go crazy. Well, I mean, like, yeah, there's some similarities, but there we go. We have Azda taking off stock on Hero pretty well, getting him off the stage, and that might be something that they want to capitalize on future stocks. Getting him off the stage seems to be where Hero isn't as strong. They're not able to recover as well, or at least escape from the patterns that Azda is able to put them in, which is why Azda has been able to do so much damage on them, just like those few
and
attacks
denying the
right
recovery.
there. And from yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. As soon as they're off the stage, they aren't really able to get back on as easily as Azza with normal util. But just with the normal skill set in mind. But with a good attack, Hero is able to take off Azda's final stock, leaving the score 9. No, it would have been. It was 10-9. So now it's 9-7.
Yes.
Yes, I know math.
You know what? What I said? 2 stocks.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you did take off 2. Yeah, you were able to do that. So
I know the Vandals well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks like we're going into the next match with full stocks against their one stock,
Oh,
and they're
and
putting in Hunter.
Hunter is on the table here.
It looks like Shiny Shoes is going to be our last. Oh wait, no, we still have Candy. So Candy
Candy's
might.
not here.
Oh right, I keep forgetting that.
So I don't remember.
Isn't
who
it
they're for.
not Yoshi that's here?
Yes.
Not Yoshi is. So it might be either not Yoshi or
Well, I don't
Shiny
think Not
Shoes.
Yoshi is on the varsity team.
No, but I think they're subbing in.
Well, if they're
For
not on the
Candy.
varsity team, they're not on the roster.
I think they might be a sub.
But if she's on the JV team, then
I have no idea how this
Okay.
is working.
Me neither.
I
Unless if Angelo's gonna play, because
If-
that's what I'm expecting at this
That
point.
would be sick.
That would,
Oh, that would be sick.
oh god.
But
No one's ready for that. I don't
for
think.
SAIT, don't take what we say seriously about the roster because we have no idea. None.
Well, I do know that Elliot is on the JV team.
Well, okay.
Yeah. And so, like, the way I'm pretty sure the way that it's set up is that you have to be registered on that team's roster in order to sub. But like on that specific team. So if you're on a JV team, but not on the varsity team, and you sub for a varsity player, that's an illegal
Well,
substitution.
can't you be JV and on the varsity?
No.
Oh, then I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. But anyways, Hunter's here, and so is Hero, and Hero has lost 2 stocks. And I'm sure that Hunter is going to finish this fight off very quickly.
Oh yeah.
You know, we see Hunter being able to play very aggressive, very fast, and get some good damage out on their opponents like this right here, finding a grab and then leading up to a few up specials and air combos. You know, always nice to see. It's kind of what makes Hunter look very fun to play. Or make Falcon very fun to play.
I will say that lightning move is sick.
Yeah. I think from a time that I remember casting with Diggs, I think the way that those abilities work is that Hero has a set number of abilities that randomly generate every time he opens that menu. And they're able to pick from one and use it. And I think that MP stands for mana points, and it judges how
And
often they can get those abilities.
so I know how MP works at
Uh-huh.
least because that's typically the type of game I play.
Mhm.
Oh, nice move by Hunter. Just
Yeah.
takes out his last stock. But anyway, how MP works? You have all those skills, right? Each of them have their own like MP cost. So you can only do a set amount of them for however much MP you have. So say he did the lightning strike, but it took a majority of his mana.
Then he would have to wait for a certain amount of time before getting another.
Another lightning attack if he wanted to do another one. But if he still had a little bit left, he could do one of the smaller ones, like maybe a minor heal or that accelerate one that he was using. It's like a haste, and it doesn't take that much mana. He might have done the fire slash. I saw a crackle, which was probably the lightning one. He could do a shield. I saw a few more, but it's blocked mostly by the camera. So
Yeah. Love the setup.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
We're gonna
I
fix
love
it eventually.
I love the
I'm
camera, though.
sure.
We looked a lot better than we did earlier in the semester.
I will
true.
say that.
We are going to see Hunter going in with 2 stocks against a 3 stock. It is now 6-9. No, sorry, 6-8. So it's a 2 stock difference, pretty close still. Southern Alberta can catch up rather easily at this point.
We've been seeing some tougher competition from them, able to keep the balance of the fight very close. So you know, I'm interested to see where things go from here. We don't know who's getting moved in yet, at least from Southern Alberta's side. It seems like things are happening in the lab that I can't see.
Can we have some confirmation on who's subbing in for Candy? But anyway, in the meantime, I really hope that we do a Hollow Bastion stage because I want to see it. But that's just me, obviously. Because of course we're going to do Small Battlefield again, because that's all we've been doing. I'm okay. I'm not tired of seeing the same stage over and over and over again. feels like the stock trade all over again.
No.
Just PS2, 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 PS2.
Oh, no, they picked PS1. Oh, it's PS2 again.
And we're going for small battlefield. Wow. So much fun.
I mean, it's a classic. You can't go wrong. If it's not this, it's
like
PS2.
It's like hearing your favorite song over and over again until you get sick of it. I personally don't usually experience that, but I can get... Oh!
We're seeing a Falcon player.
Falco going against Captain Falcon. I always found that amusing.
Yeah. If only Candy were here. We can see that Falcon Ditto.
With pink helmet.
Yeah.
Pink Captain Falcon. Love that.
Yeah.
Taking off that first stock for Falco.
Okay, so from what I understand, usually there's a button check, and if there is no button check, both players will do a taunt to confirm that they're ready to start the fight. I'm pretty sure is how that works.
Yeah, that would make sense to me. That's what they've been doing.
Yeah. But anyways,
that
it seems
makes
like
things a lot more clear.
Yeah.
For us.
But Hunter has gotten some good damage out on Falcon there, and you know, likewise from the opposite side, you know, Falco is at 76. Meanwhile, Falcon is playing at 59. It's going to be a tongue twister saying those two names over and over again. But you know, Hunter is going back and getting some very good damage out on Falcon there. We're oh yeah, nice little down tilt there. Trying to look for an understage stock there. Not really finding it, but that's okay. Still getting some decent damage out on Falcon there. And from a failed recovery, taking out Falcon's first stock.
Evening it out.
Yeah, it's not going great for Falcon here. But it's okay. You know, they're still putting up a good fight. They've been able to get out some good damage out on Hunter. But Hunter is built different, as the children say. I like pretending to be an old man. It helps me cope.
Cope with your age.
Cope with my babiness. I'm the youngest person in the lab.
Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Man, that feels weird for me. I'm used to being the youngest in any situation.
Oh, Hunter is has been finding some good damage this stock, getting Falcon up to 120. Nope. 138. Looks like. You know, they were able to get them up and then use their gun to get some extra damage out on them, which was pretty fun. But Hunter is on his last stock here at 99%. So if Falcon is able to find the damage that he's looking for, he could be able to take out another one of our players. You know, they are able to find a crit, but that doesn't always mean at the end. That does, though. Yeah, that was...
I love seeing that.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm sorry that it was on one of our players, but it's just such a strategic move that's so risky for all parts. Whenever I see it, I'm just like, that's some confidence for you there.
As I've heard from Aiden, our production staff, there is nothing more satisfying this game than landing a down spike.
And he just confirmed that for us. We are heading into the next match. It's going to be a 6-5 game. That is where we're at right now. That's how close we are.
Yeah.
That's
although we are going in with a fresh player with all 4 stocks, and Shiny is taking the stage.
So do you think that means that it is in fact
I would be
coach?
Very surprised. I would be very surprised if that's what ends up happening here.
That'd be so scary. He's actually a really good player. Or maybe it's Vulcan. Vulcan's on the varsity team, isn't he?
Vulcan is also on the JV team. Unofficially, technically, but I mean, they're on the JV roster from what I last saw.
Then who is it? I still haven't gotten any we still haven't gotten any information.
Hey, Angelo. Who's filling in for Candy? Who's filling in for Candy? Oh, yeah, Dipe. Oh.
Hey, I was right. It could have been not Yoshi.
Oh, I don't know that.
But I forgot.
But I forgot Dipe was
off.
here.
I'm so sorry, Dipe.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I forgot. Dipe is the Falcon player that I was talking about. It's not Candy.
Yeah, Candy is Byleth.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so smart, guys. I remember what our players play, even though I've been casting them all season.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's great. Can we please do Hall of Ashton? Please.
They're just going to keep picking small battlefield.
I know.
It's the visual buff, maybe. I mean, it's technically winner's pick, I'm pretty sure, is how this works.
Is it?
Maybe? I don't know.
Or is it host pick?
I think it's winner pick.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Can they pick Hall of Ashton then? I don't care who does it. It would just please my little nerdy heart. But going into our next match against Rosalina. Captain Falcon against Rosalina.
Oh boy. They're hovering over a certain area, which means I feel like I know what it's going to be.
The Pokemon League isn't too bad. Still not
that
what
wasn't
I want.
what I was expecting, but hey, it's not small battlefield, so finally something else to look at.
It's a win.
Yeah.
Going up against Rosalina and Captain Falcon, that's going to be an interesting matchup. Rosalina is not as fast as Captain Falcon.
Yeah, I know you are.
No.
No. But
Rosalina
with Shiny's playstyle, they are very, very aggressive. They can put out some very powerful hits.
Yeah, can rack up that damage real fast.
Yeah.
And just how floaty the character is and how well Shiny Shoes knows how much Rosalina can move, how much she can take. I am in favor of Rosalina.
I would hope so.
Oh, I mean, like, prediction-wise, it's in favor of Rosalina. But
I
Captain Falcon will put up a fierce fight. That's what I'm thinking right now.
I do still like Pink Falcon. I don't think I've ever seen Pink Falcon.
Me neither.
So,
it's
yeah,
pretty great.
Nice. Yeah. And, wait a minute. Is October Breast Cancer Awareness Month? I was going to make a joke about Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but I think it's already passed, because I think it's October. Aiden, do you know? Just asking Siri.
Oh,
Damn it!
You were right. It was October.
Yeah. I had football family, and high school football is really about Breast Cancer Awareness Month for some reason.
Yeah, I was small town.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
You see them bring out the pink socks and the pink armbands, and
I know at least like 5 people that had cancer. One of which was breast cancer. Most of them survived. Anyway.
Anyways, we're like mid-fight now, so I think that we should get to that. It seems like the war is currently being won.
I think all of them survived.
I think that the war is being won by Falcon here. Kind of. No, it's being won by Shiny. Just by a little bit. You know, both players are definitely on even playing field. And now they're not.
That Falcon kick was insane.
Yeah, they're looking for an opportunity here to answer stock trade, and doing so without taking any damage, which is pretty good.
Even damage, stock trade advantage for us.
I'm
like
pretty
it.
sure it's still. Wait, is Falcon playing on the top side?
Yeah. We lost the stock last match.
Oh yeah. So the stock advantage is in our favor.
But the damage advantage.
Yes, in Falcon's favor. You know, they're able to get up and just do a lot in a very short amount of time, which is obviously something that you can do with Falcon's playstyle, but definitely rough to see on Shiny here. Shiny is doing their best to do as much damage as they can, as they're doing like pretty good job there. You know, getting a nice small little combo, getting Falcon up to 59%. Meanwhile, playing at 84. Obviously, the stock advantage is still in Falcon's favor, which is probably why they're upping the ante in terms of aggressiveness and playing to get more damage out. The goal is always about stocks. It's not about winning every battle, but you know, the more damage that they're able to do to our points, the better. But obviously, same goes from this perspective, which is kind of what we're seeing now. seeing as Falcon is in a somewhat high damage percentage, this still is a dangerous fight for them to play, even though Shiny is playing with one more stock here. But
Shiny is no longer playing with one
yeah,
stock.
yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
Shiny is playing with one stock.
Oh, I thought you said one more stock.
No. Yeah, they have one last stock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, miscommunication here.
Yeah, it's fair. Sometimes my words do not word.
Nah, sometimes my ears don't hear. But here we are. Falcon is at 155, while Rosalina is at 10%. So it's definitely in our favor. But Falcon definitely puts on some serious damage until Rosalina takes over and an up smash or an up tilt.
I'm pretty sure it was an up smash.
Tilt.
It was a tilt?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that
Hey,
makes sense.
I'm learning the mechanics.
Yeah.
We're doing great. I can do like character analysis and like stuff like that, but ask me the specific movements, I usually get it wrong, but I got it right that time. Yay.
Yeah. But I don't remember what the score is, but I still know it's in the Vandals' favor.
It is now 4-3. We lost 2 stocks. They lost.
Right.
They're on their
Candy, Shiny is on their last stock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Still very, very close.
Yeah, extremely.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a little intense. I'm fine if we do Pokemon League again, just please not small battlefield. Maybe Hall Bastion. Please.
It's getting to that time where my brain isn't braining and I can't word.
Do you want me to take over play-by-play?
No, I think I'm doing fine. I might have you take over for a bit the next game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's 2 out of 3, isn't it?
Yeah. Best out of 3. So we have another one of these to do, and it's very, very close. So we're seeing Southern Alberta bring out their last player here. I'm
Probably
not
their
exactly
best.
sure who it is.
Probably their MVP.
Maybe.
I mean, if they're strategizing.
Well, honestly, if you kind of thinking about it this way, it's like understanding that both of these teams have gone undefeated the entire season. Saving their best player might not be the same good strategy as it was for the other teams.
That's fair.
Because admittedly, I mean, like, we also swept through all of the other teams, and it wasn't really close.
That's true, but
So their best player against these other teams might not be their best player against these better players. But who is to say? Who is to say? We still
we were trying to keep some of our players hidden in the case of we have PS2.
Whoa! PS2!
Yay.
It's not small battlefield.
It's
so,
not small battlefield.
And plus, PS2 is a fun map. It's a fun map to look at.
It's a giant stage with a Pokemon ball on it.
Yeah, but like, look at the background. It's fun. It's fun. It's a fun background.
It looks like we're going up against a Falco player. It's going to be a button check, so don't expect anything.
Yeah. I remember at the end of the button check, both players will do a taunt to let the other player know that they're good. And then we also got to wait for Shiny to take off a couple of their own stocks as well, because remember, they're only playing with one stock. So,
but they might just decide to just... Actually, no, I guess they wouldn't do that. But I thought for the time part,
I think they have to, it's a 30-second button check.
Yeah, no, they're
No,
gonna...
they're resetting. Yeah, okay.
I thought because of the time, they would do that. Yeah. So it looks like we're gonna head to the actual...
guys! This is the end! No, I'm just kidding.
Yay!
We are still pretty close. This is Southern Alberta's final fighter. That seems like they also have a Falco player here, which is pretty interesting.
Maybe we can see how they compare to our Falco player next match.
Yeah.
I would love to see 2 Falcos play.
Yeah, I would love to see the
It
Falco
would be
Ditto.
confusing, like watching a DK match. But you know what?
Yeah. Oh
I'm here
my
for it.
God, that was the Newman. That was the Newman game, yeah, where we just saw Dittos over and over. Yeah.
In the stock trade. Oh my gosh, the stock trade.
Yeah.
Okay, those are the 2
Oh,
stocks.
God, don't remind me.
Oh, this is stressful. Just take on at least one. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Yeah, and it seems like Shiny was able to make the first engage here, getting the first bits of damage on Falco here, making sure to keep their distance and get some good damage on them. But Falco is still able to get in, get a few hits on Shiny there, trying to balance out the damage a little bit more.
Nice recovery from Rosalino.
Nice recovery from both. I was kind of scared that Rosalino was going to lose a stock there. You know, it seems like he's doing relatively okay. The damage war is still being won by Falco here. And Shiny is playing in a bit more dangerous territory, obviously playing on their final stock.
And with Falco being such a heavy hitter, it is certainly dangerous to like play on that off-stage battles. And that's what I meant.
All right.
Falco has a lot of moves that would just end you off stage.
But now we are off to our last two fighters.
And it is 3-3.
And it's 3-3, yeah. These are our very, very last fighters from both teams here. Whoever wins this fight determines who takes the first point of the series. I'm not sure who we're putting in yet. It's either going to be Dipe,
I think it's going to be
it's
Dipe.
going to be Night Aishi. But
it's probably
now we're about to find out as we are going into character select.
Dipe.
Yeah, you were right. Yeah.
And we're going to see Captain Falcon.
Yeah. Going for the...
We could do a Falco v Falco and then a Captain Falcon
v Falcon. Yeah. So I'm interested to see what happens with that next game, but I'm not sure. No.
Hollow Bastion, Hollow Bastion, Hollow Bastion. But they get a pick, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, no.
It's like edging. Yeah, back to...
I would have been fine with Coliseum, too.
Okay,
that place is pretty cool. Yeah. And,
send them a message, all right.
Greetings. Oh, they're still selecting their player? Okay.
Well, they shouldn't be. It's the same person.
I think they're just pausing for a moment.
Yeah, I don't know. Possibly. Shrug.
Can they hurry it up a little bit? I want to get through this last stressful matchup to get into the next game.
Yeah. And now, this is a bit unlike the first fighters that you come up with. Having a matchup like this is a second opportunity for both teams to reassess how the game is going to go and, you know, what their fighters have to bring to the table, and what kind of stakes are being put on the table here.
Let's go, Dipe. In the chat, send support for Dipe.
Yeah. We wish we could see chat, but today we cannot because we're just having a day.
It's definitely a day.
Yeah, but Falco is going in first with the first bits of damage, but Falcon is still winning the damage war here, trying to widen that gap a little bit more. Playing a bit defensively, which is turning out too well so far, as Falco is able to get in and get some good damage out on Falcon here.
Nice throw by Falco.
Oh,
that
was dirty. Exactly what I was mentioning. That more defensive playstyle wasn't really being put in Falcon's playstyle. I can't brain in words.
Then we'll just call him Dipe. Dipe.
Yeah, I don't know why I switched to Falcon, but yeah, that's what's going on. And you know, Dipe is able to find that up special there, get some damage out on. Finding another one, getting some extra damage out on Falco here. Getting them up to 87, meanwhile playing at 57. You know, taking some more damage from the Falco player here. Oh my god, and it is, oh god. Oh god.
Failed recovery. This is not looking good for us, but you know what? Falco is pretty high in percentage there, but that,
They are still playing at full stocks though.
Yeah.
Which is, it's definitely stressful for both players if you think about
Oh.
it. Now, Dive is able to find that really good up special, but Falco is still playing with 3 stocks, you remember. So it's stressful to be in Dive's position right now. It's also stressful to be in Falco's position, who just lost their first stock of the fight.
The score at the moment is
1-2 in Jordan's favor, which is the first time we'll ever say that the game is in the opponent's favor. Because it's really not like that. But Falco is just dirty. Falco just goes off, goes for the extra off-stage attacks, and finishes off Dipe, taking the first point of the series there.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying earlier when Hunter was playing. Once Falco gets you in the air, that juggling, those moves are just so insanely damaging. It's no competition. Get him off stage, high chance of no recovery.
But
that was painful.
Yeah, that was the first team to take a game off of us. So definitely a bit tougher competition. I'm not sure if we're going to be taking a break after this or if we're just going to be running into the next.
I think we're going to go right into the next one. I thought we were going Rainbow Cruise. That would have been interesting. Oh? Are they going to change it? But, are we going into break?
I think we should just call our own. No, they're picking already.
Okay, so
well, they're not
PS2.
picking who's on yet, so we don't know. We're kind of just waiting around and figuring out what's going to happen next. Honestly, I would just assume that we're going to go on break and just come back in a minute or so when they've got more stuff figured out. And honestly, you know, I could use a break. I need another water. So we will be right back. Please be sure to stay tuned, get yourself a snack and some water.
And stay warm.
Yeah, for those of you in our region. And we will see you back here in a few minutes.